looks like a red tail. Look at him. Snap. But that tree is also the tree that I shot my squirrel on. So that tree's pretty lucky. Hey there. So we are back at the property just to do some more little chores before getting back to the hectic work week. Matt is gonna go to the pond to see if there's duck.
Yep.
This has kind of been a ongoing thing because we really want to try to get a duck. And he brought, what are you using?
I always bring a shotgun and I walk out there first thing to see if there are any ducks. I really should take the time and actually hunt it, but with deer season I haven't wanted to. Now that deer season's over, it's time to actually duck it.
And you usually use the Mossberg?
I use my shotgun, which is a Mossberg 500,
Yeah.
but
Today.
12 gauge, but I didn't feel like, that's the home security gun that's on a lock. I didn't feel like getting it down, so I'm using
The trusty 20 gauge. So he's gonna go do that while Ari and I hang out, and then once he gets back, we're either going to load up into the side-by-side and go fill the feeder some more because we got 10 bags of corn yesterday from Academy. So we're gonna take 5 out there for sure to make sure it's fully loaded because we don't really know the next time we're gonna try to come back. Because I go back to work tomorrow full time, and then we have out of country visitors coming in. So that is definitely top of the list, is to, oh, there's a pretty hawk, is to get the deer feeder filled, get the rest of the bags of corn out of the truck and into the building so that we don't have to worry about picking up corn every time we come. I'm gonna get this hawk, he's really pretty. So that's step 1. Step 2 after that, I don't really remember. I think someone bought the property next door. And that is kind of the side where the large field is that we kind of drive through. But now that someone has bought it, they want to put a fence up. And so a lot has to be done on this side now because there aren't really any trails where like a side-by-side or a tractor or even a truck could get to that field. So I think the fence is getting put up in like 1 to 2 weeks. So there's a lot of work having to be done to make sure that this side is ready. Pretty much the plan. Looking pretty forward to it. We always sleep really well and just feel a little bit better when we're outside, especially out here because it's really relaxing. So we're gonna try to enjoy the minimal amount of time we have here today. I'm really excited about taking a walk in the woods. Hopefully Aria will be able to handle it. And if not, I'm just gonna come back by myself and her and I are gonna hang out around the front. But yeah, so come on and we'll get started shortly. How'd it go?
It's cold.
You're shaking.
Shit.
You gonna put your jacket on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 45 degrees at 8:50 a.m. You see anything? Doing well.
No, I switched phones. I don't remember the name of the app. I don't know what the
I think you can use Google now too to create boundaries.
Well, I just have them. I would have to go walk to the 4 corners.
Oh, again.
This is a really good time to look because the water's going to be. I'm walking like almost right into the tank.
Yeah, this is where it like drains into.
If you angle this way, it is 100 yards of thick brush.
So I wonder if we can get.
There's still the river.
So
Say still
we
keep-
could go. I think that we can go around this, but I'm fairly certain that. Yeah, I'm 100%. There's that. I know that blinds on your property.
Yeah.
That's the, Oh, there you go. Good job.
Like a wise old wizard.
Yeah.
Like, I got this, guys. My previous lifetime.
The reason I think you'll change your mind is what you see when we get right on the other side of this tree line. Oh, that's your first line spot. This, since we've owned this property, this part right here has widened so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like dammed up.
Oh, we fell again.
Oh, her foot caught and she just went. Let me help you.
Going to go and fill the bearder up. Right, so. That's
Oh, and they broke this.
who? No way did the raccoons do that.
Yeah.
Those bastards. Well, they're pissed at you, clearly.
Well, it's war then.
They're probably the ones stealing the blind, too.
Pulling up the stakes.
Yeah. They're like,
I'm gonna get started on this. Go ahead, you guys walk around looking for the blind.
So once again, we are looking for the blind, and Matt is filling the feeder with 5 bags of corn. So like, I don't know how much he said. I feel like he said 250 pounds, but I also feel like that's a lot. So we're looking for the blind. Last time it was right here, but this time it isn't. So this might take a bit more searching. What I'm gonna do is actually start over here and just do the tree line and then work my way around. Found it! Oh wow, this might be bad. This right here. Now we have to see if it actually survived this time. It looks like this tree branch kept it from flying farther, but this still doesn't make any sense. It's right behind this tree is where it is. So it blew this way in and then here, or it blew across, down, and in. This branch, actually, this is the end of the branch, and it blew and landed right here. The good thing about this being a pop-up is that it popped down. So that was actually pretty easy to get it out. But now we have to get it all the way over there. So this time, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to put stakes in or not. This time, I'm actually putting the stakes all facing different directions so that no matter what happens, if the wind picks it up, it's going to be really difficult to take it because they're all facing different directions. So there we have it. This isn't actually just for brushing in. That is to see if it can't prevent it from like flying away at this point. That works out. So how many bags are in there?
4 in there, and so I had 1 more, so I decided to cover up our scent.
Cool.
Give them a good feeding frenzy. Or in here
Destroying the beaver dam. There's a stream. Somehow. You can see running water right in between those.
Yeah, it's coming right out.
Right there. This is the beginning of it. And they're at the back end of it. And then you could lay across it like probably 5 feet wide. Is there a little hole?
Yeah, that was a big ass, big hole in it.
That's the, what do they call it? The hotel?
Could be. Maybe he was like moving up in the world and says, look, this is going to be my home on the water.
Oh, yeah,
But
his water real estate.
I want something. This is probably
Yeah.
the spillway.
That's the dirt that they probably would climb up into.
How are we gonna? This whole thing is collapsing now. We've taken so
Yeah.
much of the support out.
You know what I think I need?
This is dead. Like, this beaver isn't working on this thing anymore.
Or it's
Yeah,
a
this
second
is just-
spot.
done. Yeah.
We had Taco Bell the other day. Haven't recovered.
It's doing it on its own now.
I mean, it's not fast.
Faster than it was. But at least we know, like your theory, that this is the spillway.
Yeah.
Which made logical sense. Where else would a beaver build a freaking dam? Like you said, it's higher up here.
Yeah, it is.
I say we do Tannerite.
I'm with you.
That's like clear
Not
now.
for anything in particular, just the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no necessity.
Get a 50-gallon drum, put it in that hole, stand on the other side.
50 gallon. Oh my god. I was thinking 5 gallon, man.
No. You need to make sure the job gets done.
There was a dude that got a.
Oh, wow. It's filling up even more.
So we wanted to get a feeder filled. So we picked up 10 bags of corn. I was able to fit 4 bags in it, and I dumped a bag around the base, just so we get a lot of activity on the trail cam. See what's we put the blind blew away again, so we got that, put it back. Full trail cam footage. The first like 5 photos were of a nice mature doe, and then the next few photos were 2 does. So we'll go through the rest of those when we get back to the house, but still some good deer activity on them. The property next door, field, so project is to get the overflow in check, because the beaver dam blocks that overflow. So we kind of worked on that a little bit.
How big is the beaver dam?
I have no idea. It's been there so long that you can't even tell where the overflow used to be. So you don't really, I can't tell where the beaver dam starts and where the regular dam begins. So the property next door, we used to walk around the pond on that side because there's big open fields to get to the back of the property. But that property just got purchased, and we're putting a fence up on that side. And so the other side, there's not really an easy way to get to the back of the property. So we're going to cut through the trees, and you have to go over a creek. So we're going to be putting in some drainage, building a bridge that can support a tractor and a truck. So that's going to be a project. Today we mapped out where it's going to go, at least. So that's done. We're going to build a permanent blind in the back of the property using said trail and bridge. So we just mapped out a bunch of that stuff today and have tons of projects now. Now it's 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten, and so I need food. It's bad.
Stay tuned for all the projects. There's like a lot of them.
We even planned some while I was there that we're not bringing up yet because I'm not sure if they'll be included. But
projects with the building itself and stuff.